Hi, welcome to my channel Icon Teacher. I am Satya Prasad. In this session, you will learn the different types of relations. The first type of relation is reflexive relation. So let A be a non-empty set. So R is said to be reflexive relation on set A if x comma x belongs to R for all x belongs to A. So once again, a relation R on set A, which is a non-empty set, is said to be reflexive if x comma x belongs to R for every x belongs to A. Let us take an example. Let A be the set of straight lines. Set of straight lines. Let A be the set of straight lines. Let R be a relation on set A. So such that it is defined as R is the set of all ordered pairs of the form L1, L2 such that L1 is parallel to L2. For all L1, L2, L2 belongs to set A. So we have defined a relation R on set A such that R is a set of all ordered pairs L1, L2 such that L1 is parallel to L2 for all L1, L2 belong to set A. Now we check whether this R, which is a relation on set A, is reflexive or not. So let us consider L, L. L, L belongs to this relation R. If this has to satisfy the condition, then L should be parallel to L, where L is any line which belongs to set A. If L, L belongs to R, which means L is parallel to L. So is it true? Yes, because every line is parallel to itself. So L, L belongs to R since as every line is parallel to itself. Every line is parallel to itself. So L, L belongs to R implies R is reflexive. R is reflexive. So on plugging in L, L in this relation, we got L, L such that L is parallel to L. So is it true? Yes, because every line is parallel to itself. This is true. Therefore, we can say that this is a reflexive relation. Please make a note of this. Let us consider a second example. So let A is equal to 1, 2 and 3. We define three relations on set A, say R1, which contains ordered pairs 1, 1 and 2, 2. And let R2 be a relation which contains the ordered pairs 1, 1, 2, 2 and 3, 3. And let R3 be a relation which contains the ordered pairs 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2 and 2, 3. So I have taken three different examples, R1, R2 and R3. Now let us see the first relation. R1 contains the ordered pairs 1, 1 and 2, 2. And as we discussed, if R1 has to be reflexive, for every x belongs to A, x comma x should belong to the relation. Here if you see 3 belongs to A, but there is no 3 comma 3 which belongs to R1. Therefore R1 is not reflexive. So we write since 3 belongs to set A, but 3 comma 3 does not belong to R1. Therefore R1 is not reflexive. Not reflexive. Now let us consider the second example. R2 is 1, 1, 2, 2 and 3, 3. So you observe that for every x belongs to A, we have x comma x belongs to the R2. So we have 1, 1, 2, 2 and 3, 3 which are desired elements expected to be in the relation which is to be reflexive. So since R2 contains all the three ordered pairs, we can call it as reflexive. So we write a statement saying that since x comma x belongs to R2 for all x belongs to A, therefore R2 is reflexive. So for every x belongs to A, x comma x belongs to R2, therefore R2 is reflexive. Let us take a third example. It contains 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. And along with this, you observe that there are some more extra ordered pairs. So is it still reflexive? Yes, the answer is yes, because the condition is all these ordered pairs which are in the form of doublets are necessary, and along with that it can have many other ordered pairs. So what you have to check in the reflexive is whether you have the ordered pairs which are doublets for all x belongs to A. So 1 1, 2 2, 3 3 is a must, and along with this it can have many other extra ordered pairs also. So even R3 is reflexive because it is satisfying the condition that x comma x belongs to R3 for all x belongs to A. Therefore R3 is reflexive. Please make a note of this. You have seen the reflexive relations. Now the question is, if R is a relation on set A, how many such reflexive relations can be made on set A containing n elements? Now to understand this, we need a basic understanding of sum of the binomial coefficients. So I'll just give you a brush up of how to find the sum of binomial coefficients before we actually proceed to the finding the number of reflexive relations, because that derivation is very much useful for you in understanding the total number of reflexive relations. So let's see. Let us consider a binomial expansion of 1 plus x whole to the power of n. So this can be written as nc0, that is nc0 plus nc1 into x plus nc2 into x squared plus nc3 into x cube plus so on till we have ncn x to the power of n. So this is the binomial expansion. So if when you have expand using the binomial theorem, 1 plus x whole to the power of n is nc0 plus nc1 into x plus nc2 into x square plus nc3 into x cube plus so on till ncn x to the power of n. Now if we plug in x equal to 1, so put x equal to 1, we get 1 plus 1 whole power n is equal to nc0 plus nc1 plus nc2 plus nc3 plus so on ncn is equal to 1 plus 1 whole power n. So this gives us an important result that 2 to the power of n equal to nc0 plus nc1 plus nc2 plus so on till ncn. So which you have already learned in your grade 11. So the sum of all the binomial coefficients equal to the power of n. So we are making use of this result in finding out the total number of reflexive relations. Please make a note of this. Now let us see how to find the number of reflexive relations once you have understood what is the sum of the binomial coefficients. We have seen that sum of binomial coefficients is 2 to the power of n. Now based on this, we are going to see how to find the number of reflexive relations on set A containing n elements. So let us consider a set A. Consider set A equal to A1, A2, A3, so on till An. Let us consider a set containing A1, A2, A3, so on till An. So it has n elements. So the Cartesian product contains n into n, that is n square elements, because if set A contains n elements, the Cartesian product A cross A contains n into n, that is n square elements. So let us try to write down this A1 comma A1, then A2 comma A2, A3 comma A3, so on till An comma An. So I am just writing down all the doublets, and along with this we have the remaining elements. And if you observe how many doublets are present in this Cartesian product, there are n doublets in the Cartesian product, and along with this n doublets, the remaining elements will be n square minus n elements. So total we have this n elements which are doublets, and the remaining elements are n square minus n elements. And what we have to understand here is the reflexive relation may contain only the doublets. So there could be a possibility that the reflexive relation contains only the doublets, or the reflexive relation may contain these doublets and along with this many more ordered pairs. That's what we have seen in the reflexive relation. So let us see how to choose. Now out of these n elements, we have to choose all the elements, because as we have seen in the reflexive relation, all the doublets are a must. So out of these n elements we have to choose all the elements. So I have to choose all the n elements from the existing n doublets, and from the remaining n square minus n I may not choose any element. So I choose n square minus n C0, which means this particular relation contains only doublets. Then there is also possibility that I choose all the n elements NCN, and from this I may choose exactly one element from n square minus n elements. So the choosing of one element from n square minus n elements is given by n square minus n C1. Similarly, I may choose all these n elements, and along with this n elements I may choose two elements from the remaining n square minus n elements. So the n elements can be chosen in NCN ways, and from these I can choose two elements in n square minus n C2 ways, and plus so on till I can choose all the elements from n square minus n elements. So NCN into n square minus n C n square minus n. So I may choose 0 elements from this, or I may choose one element, or I may choose two elements, or I may choose all of the elements. So this becomes the total number of reflexive relations. So total number of reflexive relations. Okay, so NCN is equal to 1. So we get this as 1 into n square minus n C0 plus, you replace NCN as 1, so we get everywhere 1 into n square minus n C1 plus 1 into n square minus n C2 plus so on till n square minus n C n square minus n. So which means it is sum of all the binomial coefficients. So as we have seen, the sum of all the binomial coefficients from n square minus n C0 to n square minus n C n square minus n will be 2 to the power of n square minus n, or we can also write this as 2 times n into n minus 1. So this is how we find the total number of reflexive relations. The total number of reflexive relations is 2 to the power of n into n minus 1. Please make a note of this. So we have deduced the number of reflexive relations on set A containing n elements as 2 to the power of n square minus n. Also can be written as 2 to the power of n into n minus 1. So the questions may be asked in the competitive exams as find the number of reflexive relations containing that can be made from set A containing two elements. So if n of A is given as 2, then the number of reflexive relations will be equal to 2 to the power of n, that is 2 into 2 minus 1. So that is 2 to the power of 2 minus 1 is 1, 1 into 2 is 2, that is equal to 4. So the number of reflexive relations is 2 to the power of 2 into 2 minus 1, that is 2 into 1, that is 2 power 2 into 1, that is 2 power 2 or 4. So this is how we can find the number of reflexive relations on set A containing n elements. If you like these videos, like, share and subscribe. Thank you.